In this video, let us discuss the next option, that is palette. So palette is a collection of set of sketches or set of shapes which can be readily accessed at any particular time. Okay, so when I'm just clicking on the palette, I'm getting a window, and in this window I will be having different options like polygons, profiles, shapes and stars. So imagine I need a polygon of say 8-sided. So I just have to, let me start with the first case. For example, 3-sided triangle. I just have to click on the first option and just have to drag it on the screen, and here it is. I will be having my triangle, a 3-sided polygon, and I have to enter the basic options. The first option on the extreme right side is the scaling factor. So this is 780 times, and let me just try to go to the scaling factor 1, and let me try to just click yes, and let me just zoom in, and you can see the edge. As I have scaled the scaling factor to be 1, the edge of the polygon is having a unit 1. So it depends on the scaling factor. If I have selected some other scaling factor, I would be getting the edge of the polygon to be that particular number. So similarly, I am having different polygons over here, and we can select any polygon which is required for us, and there are some profiles which are readily available like C profile, I profile, L profile. The procedure is same for all of the sketching palettes which are available for us. We just have to drag and drop. You will be getting the total section or any polygon on the screen. We have to enter the scaling factor, say it is 1, and just click on yes. Just zoom to refit. Let me just drag the palette over here. You can see I got the C section on the screen, and you can see I can modify the distances with respect to my need, and I can try to import another section also by dragging and dropping. I can enter the scaling factor to be something around 0.5, and I also have some other options which are available over here. This is nothing but the angular variation. I can change the angular variation to be 15 degrees. You can see the sketch has been rotated, or the profile has been rotated. So whenever, if I am satisfied with the options, with the numbers what I am entering, I can just press yes, and I would be having the geometry on my screen. And there are some shapes as well. We can try to select any shape whichever is needed for us. For example, I want the oval, and I can drag on this center option to locate it at any other location. Say I want this complete section to be placed on this center line. It has been located over here. If I want to drag and keep it at other location, I need to double click. I need to just drag it and specify the location and just leave the mouse, and I can just try to modify the scaling factor to be 1 unit and press yes. So I got the oval over here, and this is the way palettes are used. So basically, if you have seen my earlier video, especially the video presenting the uses of spline, I have created an aerofoil in that case. So when I'm actually working with the 3-dimensional modeling of the aerofoil, that is the 3-dimensional modeling of a wing, so it is very difficult for me, or it is very time taking for us to create an aerofoil in the 3D module. I mean, we don't want to waste our time by creating the aerofoil again and again at different locations of the wing, right? So what do we need to do is, we need to create the aerofoil in the 2D sketching module, and we need to save it. We need to save the sketch by clicking on file and save, right? So as we are clicking and saving the sketch, your sketch will be saved in the documents. You can see I have created some sketches earlier. I don't remember what is it. Let me just try to click the first option and see what did I create it. Yeah, this was just a sample case which I was working with. So as I've already created this earlier, and I've just saved the sketch, and that sketch is actually easily accessed in the palette. So whenever I wanted the same sketch, I can just drag and drop. I will be getting the same sketch, and I can change the conditions what I wanted, the rotation or the scaling factor, etc. Similarly, I've just tried a sample with some other sketch. Let me see, what is it? It is nothing but a line. Okay, so likewise, you can just try to save an aerofoil, and whenever you're working in the 3D section, you can directly import the aerofoil from the palette, and you can continue the lofting of the wing at using the aerofoil at different locations. So this actually saves your time basically. So this is the functionality of palette. So let me just stop the video over here.